I have a question, and like a serious question at that. Are we not allowed to say the H word here on YouTube? Herpes. Like, listen, I've looked high and low on YouTube for individuals who are just sharing their experience while living with HSV, right? Whether that's just dating advice, how to disclose, just their personal experience, like how they found out, like what are they doing now, like where are they at mentally and emotionally, physically, you know, have they been intimate? I just haven't seen that. Now, I do see a lot of doctors come on here, researchers, nurse practitioners, but they speak about herpes, HSV from a medical standpoint, right? I want to hear personal experiences, stories, you know what I mean? But that's okay. It's okay, because I'm here. I'm here. Now I just have to hope that we are allowed to say the H word on YouTube. But I'm here. So welcome to my channel. I'm Alesstrah. I'm the founder of Positive Pathways. That is a HSV support group. You can find the link to join in my bio. I cannot talk, y'all. I can never talk. But it says join Positive Pathways Discord. So if you're looking for a community, if you're looking to not feel so isolated or feel alone, you just want some comfort, right? Support, advice. You want to learn what other people are doing to manage their outbreaks or how they're disclosing and what their experience has been. Or you just want to laugh and join the Discord group, guys. Join the Discord group. It's a beautiful community. So many different personalities and people from all over the world. Now, a lot of you do not know who I am, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my background and how I became an HSV advocate. Okay. I contracted HSV2 late 2022. Now, how I figured that I had it is because I had some sort of like irritation down there. It felt like an ingrown hair crossed with a paper cut. So at first I didn't really pay any mind, but then it persisted, like the irritation. And I'm just like, this is odd. Like, what's still going on? So, you know what we do, especially ladies, right? We get the, you know, get the phone, we get the back camera, the front camera, you get the mirror, you get the light, and you start to examine. And so I was examining, and I saw like this little, like flat lesion, right? It was like reddish flesh color, a little rough looking, not necessarily, not like bumps, but like just rough looking. It reminded me of what my psoriasis flares look like. So I had a homegirl. My homegirl, she has it, but she has it on her leg, right? She has HSV on her leg. But I also I was like, she knows what it looks like. So I called her up. I was just like, hey, I may have herpes. Can you look and like let me know what you think? So we're on FaceTime, and I just like look at my girl. So she looked and she was just like, you know, I'm not really a doctor, but it does look like HSV. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell my partner. I had a boyfriend at the time. And she was just like, no, wait till after you get tested. And I'm so glad I did, you guys. I'm so glad I did. Anywho, I want to go get tested. My doctor ordered me a blood test at LabCorp. I did the test. The very next day I had my results. It came back positive for HSV2, negative for HSV1. I immediately, after like 30 minutes, I got all that, right? Crying, called him. He was super calm, you guys. Super supportive. He told me he loved me, like, and he's gonna be with me through this process. You know what I mean? He's not gonna leave me because I have herpes. The only question that he actually asked was, are you sure? And I'm just like I wouldn't be crying. Like, I'm not being dramatic for no reason. So I ended up showing him my results. Okay. So he was like, I'm gonna go get tested, because I was like, you need to go get tested, make sure you don't have it, blah, blah, blah. Because in my mind, I'm thinking I gave it to him, possibly. I never in my mind did it cross that this man had HSV. Never in my mind. Because how could someone love me and care about me and knowingly give me something, right? So at this time, I'm not, you know, I'm thinking I got it for someone else. I'm devastated because I'm just like, God, why me? Like, what did I do to deserve this? I mean, I probably have done quite a bit in God's opinion. We're just like, yeah. For one, you shouldn't have been doing the do in the first place. Okay. But like, I'm thinking like, who did I hurt in order to get to this point, right? Like, who did I wrong? And I'll be honest, you guys, even though my friend has HSV and I understand what it is, I still never wanted it. I never wanted herpes. I never wanted HIV. It's always been like the two things. I'm just like, God, please don't get that. And here we are. So I'm devastated, right? And not because of the actual like having herpes. It wasn't that. It was because I don't care about having herpes. I cared because of how society views those who have herpes. They always like, you're dirty, you're disgusting, you're not desirable, no one's gonna want to date you, you can never do the do anymore. Like, all these nasty things, right? All these nasty things. And that's what I was afraid of. I was just like, crap. But at the time, like, I kind of got over it because I didn't feel pretty at first. I felt like there's like a sign that says, I have herpes. I have herpes. Hi, my name is Alesstrah. I have herpes. So again, it's in my head because I'm thinking everybody can see the sign, but no one can see the sign. Like, it's invisible. No one knows my status unless I tell them. Like, no one knows. Like, herpes, HSV does not have a look. You're not gonna look at someone and be like, they got that. They definitely got that. No. I mean, unless they got a cold sore, but like, you know, all right. You're not gonna like, I already know what you got. No, no one knew. And for like 2 weeks, I'm like crying, I'm sad, you know. Again, my partner at the time was very supportive, right? We'll get to that. Very supportive, poured into me constantly, daily. Then it wasn't a thing of like, oh, you know, I'm ugly. I realized that you're not, like, you're fine. You're not disgusting. You're not dirty. You shower 2 to 3 times a day. Like, you're clean. You don't have anything else. Like, you're clean. Good health. It was a thing of, you're going to have to disclose. Because I got to a point where I'm just like, you know how you have in your relationship, you have like your ups and downs. And my former partner, he was a narcissist. So I would be like, we're not gonna last. Like, I'm gonna have to get out here and disclose. And it's just like, I don't want to do that. Like, this person's already just like cool with it. Like, just stick it out, right? But it was like, back in my mind, I was like, no, you're gonna have to be single. You're gonna be single eventually. Like, because he was, you know, like, I was so just, he was irritating. A large part of why I stayed so long was because I didn't want to have to disclose. But, you know, throughout this process, right, of learning that I had HSV up until now, I had another, so I found out late 2022. I had another outbreak early 2023. It wasn't that bad. Very, I mean, the first one wasn't bad either. Also, too, let me just note that I didn't have any, like, swollen lymph nodes, or I didn't feel any, like, flu-like symptoms. I know a lot of people feel like the very first one, you should always have flu-like symptoms, swollen lymph. I didn't experience any of that. The second one was very, very mild. It was very short, like brief, like 2-3 days, like very brief. I had another one, you guys. It was like late June, early July. Now that one lasted like a week and a half. It was so bad, you all. So bad. I could not use the restroom, okay? I could not. And if I did use the restroom, I mean, like, we have body fluids, we have to, like, you have to pee. I was crying and I was screaming in agony because it hurt so bad. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna get completely transparent with you guys. The only relief that I could get when using the potty, whew, child, that's too much. It's TMI, y'all, is in the shower. And that's so nasty, but that was the only way, because all that, like, that because I take scorching hot showers, by the way. That hot water, it gave me some sort of relief. Like, it was just like, whew. Again, this was the worst outbreak I've ever experienced, and it was triggered by stress. I had so much going on in my life at that time. Again, screaming out in pain and agony, you know, like having to use it. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I wouldn't wish this on anyone except for maybe my ex, you know. But at that time I was not on my antiviral. So when I first got diagnosed, I was actually on Valtrex, but at this time I didn't have my car. It was being worked on. My ex-partner refused to go get my medicine. He told me that I did not need it. Again, this should have been a red flag. Should have been a red flag. Him just asking me in my shorts should have been a red flag, but hindsight's 2020. So I just eventually just stopped. I just stopped taking them. Like, that's honestly how I stopped taking them. And I just learned how to like manage my outbreaks on my own. I just paid attention to my stress levels. You know what I mean? Try not to let life get to me too much. Eventually I started incorporating vitamin D3 and then black seed oil every morning. Now, fast forward to early 2024, that's when I found out that my ex actually has had HSV2 for years. Years. Like, I met him in 2022. Okay? Years. I'm talking like a very long time. Okay? In fact, when I contracted it, he was having an active outbreak. And he was intimate with me. Unprotected. And he knew. So of course, right, like that situation's over. But then I started doing more research. So again, I was devastated about having HSV twice. At first I was devastated because back in 2022 because I found out I had it. Now in 2024, I'm devastated because I found out how I got it, right? That's a whole new other set of issues that I'm dealing with mentally. I started doing more research. So then I upped how much I was taking of the black seed oil. I started doing 1 tablespoon. And then with my vitamin D3 that I had already been taking, I switched brands. I started going to like micro ingredients because it had the vitamin D3 plus the K2. And then I also started taking magnesium because vitamin 3 needs to be activated within our body. So I started taking magnesium with it to activate it. And I just been managing my outbreaks that way. And then I start doing like, you know, the whole cloves tea with the soursop leaves 3 times a day, drinking that, and I don't have I'm not experiencing outbreaks, right? I just learned how to holistically manage my outbreaks, and I became more self-aware of my body. So that's my journey. And then of course how we got here to, you know, positive pathways is, you know, I shared my story on TikTok and I realized how many men and women are actually struggling, like they feel alone, like they don't have anyone to talk to. And I was just like, oh, maybe I should just start a support group for people with HSV. Yeah, I was thinking it would be like a few hundred people, you know what I mean? But it's a lot larger than that. But no, a lot of people felt comfort in like me being able to share my story, because it's just like, okay, I'm not the only one out here with HSV. Like, there's someone out here that has it and that's willing to like go public to share their story so that I can find comfort in my situation. And that's how we got here to Positive Pathways. And I'm hoping, I know, you know, a lot of people have found me on TikTok, but I'm hoping to build that community here on YouTube and to share my experiences. Like right now, I'm currently going through a HSV detoxification cleanse. That my next video, I'll talk more about that. I'm actually on day 19 today. I'll make a video for tomorrow to kind of like walk you guys through the process, like how I met my holistic doctor and what I'm doing. I also just received yesterday my post cleanse regimen, just to kind of give you guys an idea. So for people who are interested in learning more about what I'm currently doing to, you know, heal my body, you just get some more info, right? But I hope that we can start to have more conversations, better dialogue around HSV, herpes on YouTube. I was really shocked, you all, that I couldn't find anything that wasn't from like 4+ years ago. Especially with the state of social media, where you're finding these conversations happening all the time. Someone's always being exposed, and yeah. But I'm here now. You have me. And I appreciate you for watching this video. If this resonates with you, please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. There's only more to come. We're going to really get into some things in regards to living with herpes and managing our outbreaks and healing our bodies. Like, the tea is here. Until next time.